I left Christianity 11 years ago, and it was the best decision that I ever made in my life. And I don't think that's for everyone, but that was for me. I have absolutely no regrets. I don't think I would have been able to heal or become the best version of myself if I stayed a Christian. After 11 years, I realized that there's something that has not changed when it comes to Christians or those who are Christ believers is how they speak to people, right? And this is something that I want to live to see transform when it comes to Christ believers or Christians, so to say. I've had two very disgusting incidences happen this year. One happened today and one happened back in January. So back in January, I bumped into a woman that I used to go to church with. All right. I used to be a 7-day Adventist Christian from birth. Right. And I bumped into this woman. I'm 41. So this woman's got to be in her 60s now. So I'm shopping in Aldi, minding my business. I'm on the phone and I just hear someone call me Angie. So I knew when I heard the name Angie, because I don't go by the name Angie anymore. I go by my birth name, Angelique. So I knew when I heard the name Angie, I knew it had to be somebody that I've known for years. I didn't even respond at first. She had to call Angie 3 times. So when I turn around, there's a woman that I went to church with when I was Adventist. And I hugged her and I said, "How are you?" That's what I said. I said, "How are you? How are you doing? You look great. Your skin looks great." She looks good. She's in her 60s, but she looked like she's in her 40s. She's aging well. She didn't ask me not even one time, "How are you?" That's something I notice about a lot of Christians. They go right in for the kill. So she said, "Oh my goodness, we miss you at church." And, that made me giggle inside. And I said, "Oh, you miss me? Why do you miss me?" And she said, "Yes, we miss you. We haven't seen you in years. When are you going to come back to God? When are you coming back to church?" And this has always boggled my mind. When you see members disappearing from your church, do you think that is the only church in the world? What if they change their membership? What if they change religions? She didn't ask any of these questions. So I diverted the conversation because last year that church that I grew up in lost about 6 members to death. So I said, "Oh, I actually was at the church last year for so and so's funeral, but I didn't see you there." She said, "Oh, you were there?" I said, "Yes, I was." And we started talking about the people who passed away and other things about the church when I was growing up in the church. So I said, "Okay, it's really great to see you. I got to continue shopping. I got to go." And she said, listen, don't worry about it. You can wear your makeup and your jewelry." And I said to her, "I don't care about no makeup and no jewelry." And the reason why she said that is because Adventists are very plain Jane. They do not wear makeup. They do not wear jewelry. We're not even really, growing up, I wasn't supposed to dress flashy or anything like that, right? They used to call us like the Black Jews, pretty much. You get the drift. So I just looked at her like she was crazy. And I started to analyze that experience with her and realized, wow, she was so concerned with getting me in the building that she didn't even tell me how good God was to her testimony, what's been going on with her through the years. Let me tell you something, Christians and Christ believers. If you want to get bodies in the church, you need to start telling your story. You need to start asking people, how are they doing? That's what's going to get those numbers in your building. As for the second story, this happened today, and it should have never happened because we should not be talking about religion at work anyway. So this young lady comes over and we're talking about the job. So she says, "Hey, do you think this is a job that you want to continue to work at?" I said, "No, I don't think so." And she said, "Why not? How are you going to get money?" I said, "Oh, I have my own business as well." so I can just work my business until I find another part-time. It's completely fine. So she said, well, what do you do? I said, I'm a spiritual life coach. What do you mean spiritual? Y'all talk about Jesus? And I said, some clients talk about Jesus and some clients don't talk about Jesus. What are you talking about? Everyone should be talking about Jesus. And I mean, this woman literally started to glitch. Okay, her eyes was blinking and she was twitching, and I was looking at her like, yeah, let me change this subject. So she goes onto this tangent of saying there's only one God, there's only one Jesus, everyone should believe in Jesus. And I said, listen, I need you to learn how to respect people's beliefs. There are people all over this world who do not believe in the same God you believe in, who do not believe in Jesus. Can you handle that? No, I can't handle that, because everyone's supposed to have the same God and everyone's supposed to believe in Jesus. And she started to glitch and she got upset and she walked away. I was very happy that she walked away. Y'all can't do that either. You cannot force your beliefs onto people. Even if you believe in Christ, even if you believe in the God that the Bible talks about, you cannot push your beliefs on people. You have to respect people when they say, I'm spiritual, I'm Muslim, I'm Jewish, I'm atheist. As soon as someone tells you they have their own beliefs, their own culture, God bless, I'll talk to you later, and you keep it moving. You do not push and keep pushing your religious agenda on people or your mindset of Christ on people. That's not Christ-like. That's not Christ-like at all. And I know, because I was a Christian once upon a time, and I used to have that same narcissistic thinking. So that needs to be corrected. I would love to see that happen. And this is worldwide. This even happens when I travel. This is a worldwide issue when it comes to Christ believers. And I also see people just don't want to talk to you anymore because you don't believe in Christ, or you don't believe in Christianity. I think that's disgusting behavior. And it's something that needs to be looked at. It's an ego, it's narcissism, sometimes it's spiritual psychosis. And it's really interesting how I am the one that kind of like mediates these people, the spiritual one. I'm the one that goes, okay, let's calm down. Let's talk to each other kind. I'm the one who's giving Christ-like behavior, but the one who believes in Christ is not. Check yourselves. It's getting disgusting out there. It's been disgusting, actually, but it needs to change.